So this is NCERT class 11, physical environment, and in that this is soils. Okay, so so as usual I'll be reading out the paragraph and I'll be making out the important statement what I understand. So have you ever thought about the most important factor which supports trees, grasses, crops, and numerous life forms over that surface? Can one grow a blade of grass without soil? While some plants and organisms which are aquatic in nature can sustain in water, do they not derive nutrients from soil through water? I think this kind of question came in prelims. Which particular organism can live without soil? Yeah, the aquatic organisms can live without soil. I think the options were different. I don't remember the options. Yeah. So you will realize that soil is the most important layer of Earth's crust. It's a valuable resource, the bulk of food, and much of our clothing is derived from the land-based crops that grow in the soil. So this is basically the cotton as a very common example. Soil on which we depend so much for our day-to-day needs has evolved over thousands of years. So weathering of rocks, various agents of weathering and gradation have acted upon the parent rock material and to produce a thin layer of soil. Yes, again this type of black soil and how it was formed has come in prelims this year. Soil is a mixture of rock debris and organic materials which develop on Earth's surface. The major factors affecting the soil formation are relief, parent material, climate, vegetation, other forms of life forms, and time. Beside these, human activities also influence to a larger extent. Components of soil are mineral particles, humus, water, and air. Okay, so it's mineral particles, humus, water, and air. Actual amount of these depend on type of soil. Some soil are deficient in one or more of these, while there are some others that have varied combinations. Have you ever dug a pit in the field of your school to plant a tree while celebrating Vana Mahotsav? Okay, this is similar to what the government scheme which has urban planting of trees. I think it is regarding Vana Mahotsav or something. Yeah, where the Hyderabad has got Tree City Award for this. Yeah, similar to that. Yeah, and with was the pit of uniform layer of soil, or did you notice different colors? So this is basically types of soils, layers of soils based on the composition. If we dig a pit on the land and look at the soil, we find consists of three layers. Okay, which are called horizons. Oh, horizon A is the topmost layer, topmost zone, where organic materials have got incorporated with mineral matter. Okay, and the decomposed material and stuff. Oh, this not just organic material with mineral matter, nutrients and water. Okay, which are necessary for the growth of plants. Horizon B. Horizon B is transition zone between horizon A and C. Contains matter derived from below as well as above. Okay, it's a mix. It has some organic matter, although the mineral matter is noticeably weathered. Okay. Horizon C composed of loose parent material. This layer is the first stage in the soil formation process and eventually forms the above two layers. This arrangement of layers is known as soil profile. Underneath these three horizons is a rock, which is also known as the parent rock or the bedrock. Oh, okay. I was not aware of this. Soil, which is a complex and varied entity, has always drawn attention of scientists. In order to understand its importance, it's essential to attempt a scientific study of soil. Okay, so we have bedrock, then we have horizon C, horizon B, horizon A. Okay, so this is more of organic material, plus we have nutrients plus water plus minerals. Then this is more of mix of this and the parent rock. This is mainly the base rock or bed material, bedrock. Yeah. So classification of soil. So India has varied relief features, landforms, climatic realms, and vegetation types. These have contributed in the development of various types of soils in India. Yeah, obviously. In ancient times, soil used to be classified into two main groups: Urvara, Usara. Okay, I don't know if the spelling uh, pronunciation is correct. I'll go with Urvara and Usara, which were fertile and sterile. Okay, respectively in 6th century. The soil were classified on basis of their inherent characteristics and external features such as texture, color, shape, slope of the land. Okay, moisture content in the soil. Yeah, so it's texture, color, slope of land, moisture content. Yes, Urvara and Usara. Based on the texture, main soil types were sandy, clayey, silty, loam, etc. Okay. On basis of color, there were red, yellow, and black soil. Since independence, scientific surveys of soils have been conducted by various agencies. Soil Survey of India, established in 1956, made comprehensive studies of soils in selected areas like Damodar Valley. National Bureau of Soil Survey and Land Use Planning Institute. Okay, and the Land Use Planning, an institute under the control of ICAR. Oh, okay, ICAR. Yeah, a lot of stuff going on. And what did they do? The Soil Survey of India and the National Bureau of Soil Survey. Survey. This is ICAR. They did a lot of study on Indian soils. In their effort to study Indian soil and to make it comparable at international level, ICAR has classified the soil on the basis of their nature and character as per the United States Department of Agriculture soil taxonomy. Okay, then type of naming basically. Okay, it says goes with this to the following order per USDA soil taxonomy. We have insectisols, antisols, alphisols, vertisols, aradisols, altisols, mollisols, others. Okay, I don't know. 7 types. 7 rivers, 7 types. Soils of India. Yeah. Based of genesis, color, composition, and location, soils of India have been classified into alluvial, black soil, red and yellow soil, laterite soil, arid, saline, peaty, forest soils. So alluvial soil I know because of the rivers. The remaining ones, okay, this black soil is the volcano thing. Came in prelims 2021. Red yellow soil, no idea. Yeah, we will study now. Alluvial soil are widespread in northern plains, river valleys. These soil cover 40% of the total area of country. The dispositional soils transported in deposition soils, okay, by rivers and streams. Through a narrow corridor in Rajasthan, they extend into plains of Gujarat. There is Rajasthan, there is Gujarat, they extend here, okay. The peninsula region, they are found in the delta of east coast, that's delta of Godavari, Krishna, then we have Mahanadi, then we have Ganga and Brahmaputra delta, Bangladesh, yeah. Then alluvial soils vary in nature from sandy loam to clay. They are generally rich in potash but poor in phosphorus. Okay, in upper and middle Ganga plain, two different types of alluvial soils have been developed. Khadar, Bhangar, okay, two different, yeah, Khadar and Bhangar. Khadar is a new alluvium and deposited by floods annually, which enriches the soil by depositing fine silt. I don't really know if a lot of floods are happening. Bhangar represents a system of older alluvium deposited away from the floodplains. Oh, okay, okay. So this is floodplain basically. Khadar. This is not floodplain. Floodplain, non-floodplain. Yeah. Both Khadar and Bhangar soil contains calcareous concretions, khankars. Okay, calcium basically. These soils are more loamy and clayey in lower and middle Ganges plain and Brahmaputra valley. The sand content decreases from west to east. Okay, it makes logic. And colors of alluvial soil varies from light grey to ash grey. Obviously, calcium coming up as color. Its shades depends on depth of the deposition, texture of material, and time taken for attaining maturity. Alluvial soils are intensively more cultivated. Okay. Now we have black soil, covers most of Deccan Plateau, includes Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, Andhra Pradesh, parts of Tamil Nadu, upper reaches of Godavari, Krishna. Okay, we have a graph also. Northwestern part of Deccan Plateau, black soil is very deep. These soils are also known as Riga soil, black cotton soil. Okay. Black soils are generally clay, deep, impermeable. They swell and become sticky when wet, shrink when dried. So during dry season, this soil develop white cracks. These occur kind of self-ploughing. Because of this character of slow absorption and loss of moisture, the black soil retains moisture for a very long time, which helps the crops, especially in rain-fed ones, sustain even during season. Okay, even during dry season, where they are having the water stored with them. Chemically, black soils are rich in lime, iron, magnesium, alumina. They also contain potash. They lack phosphorus, nitrogen, and organic matter. Color of the soil ranges from deep black to grey. Okay. So this is yeah. They're given this alluvial soil. Okay, this is the Rajasthan portion, Gujarat. All this is alluvial. There are the deltas. Yeah, deltas of Ganga and Brahmaputra. Should be here basically. Yeah. And yeah, the east coast deltas. Godavari, Krishna delta. Then we have black soil. Where is black soil? Yes, here. So this is Maharashtra plain, Madhya Pradesh, black soil. They also given the details of forest soils. And where is that? Oh, it's nowhere in South India, only Jammu and Kashmir. Here, Sikkim. This is Arunachal Pradesh, I think. Yeah. Laterite soil. Okay, this is the Western Ghat. And the Nilgiri. Arid soil. Okay, this is more of desert, I think. Yeah, desert. Rajasthan, Thar desert soil. Yeah. Red and yellow. Part of Orissa, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh mix. Okay. Yeah. So red and yellow soil. Red soil develops some crystalline igneous rocks. Oh, here of low rainfall and eastern and southern part of Deccan Plate. Along the Piedmont zone of Western Ghat, long stretch of area is occupied by loamy soil. Okay, what is this Piedmont zone? I don't really know. Yellow and red soil are found in parts of Odisha and Chhattisgarh in the southern part of Middle Ganga Plain. Oh yeah, this is nice. Soil develops reddish color due to wide diffusion of iron. Yeah, iron ores. The iron and crystalline metamorphic rocks. It looks yellow when it occurs in a hydrated form. Oh, okay, this is basically iron. FeO2, I think. Non-hydrated is red. Hydrated is yellow. Whereas, okay, the fine-grained red and yellow soils are normally fertile, whereas coarse-grained soils, oh, in dry unplanned areas are poor fertility. They generally poor in nitrogen, phosphorus, and humus. Okay, I think there should be a table which talks about what is the fertility. Okay, it's not there. Okay, I have to make one. Yeah. So next, laterite soil, derived from Latin word. Okay, later soil. Let's say okay, new soil then. This means brick. Laterite soil develop in areas with high temperature and high rainfall. These are result of intense leaching due to tropical rains. With rain, lime and silica are leached away, and soils rich in iron oxide and aluminium compound are left behind. Humus content of soil is removed by fast by bacteria that thrives in high temperature. Because there are certain number of processes. So we have rain, high temperature. So the silica is gone, lime is gone. Then we have iron oxide content and aluminium compound left behind. So by the way, the aluminium is widely found in India. So they're trying to develop this battery technology from aluminium as a competition to the lithium polymer batteries. So humus content is also removed. Okay, yeah, bacteria is doing something, at least. Yeah. Some question was there in bacteria regarding, uh, yeah, on the vaccine. These soils are poor in organic matter, nitrogen, phosphate, and calcium, while iron oxide and potash are in excess. Hence, laterites are not suitable for cultivation. Oh, this is bad. However, application of manures and fertilizers are required for making soil fertile cultivation. Red laterite is found in Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Kerala, are more suitable for tree crops like cashew nut. One sec. So they're saying which laterite soils are not suitable for cultivation. They cannot go for normal cultivation then. Okay. They only go for tree type of cultivation. Laterite soils are widely cut as bricks for use in house construction. These soils are mainly developed in high areas of Peninsula Plateau. Laterite soils are commonly found in Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Madhya Pradesh, and hilly regions of Odisha and Assam. Okay, yeah. Anyway, there are these eco-friendly houses which are being developed. Probably we can use that. Arid soils range from red to brown in color. Papa Desert area. They are generally sandy in structure, saline in nature. How did it become saline? Some areas the salt content is so high that common salt is obtained by evaporating saline water. Oh, due to dry climate, high temperature and accelerated evaporation, they lack moisture and humus. Okay, this is fine. But how did they become soil saline? Nitrogen is insufficient and phosphate content is normal. Lower horizon of the soil are occupied by conker layers, so the calcium layers, because of the increasing calcium content downwards. The conker layer formation in the bottom horizon restricts the infiltration of water, and as such, when irrigation is made available, soil moisture is readily available for sustainable plant growth. Arid soils are characteristically developed in western Rajasthan, which exhibits characteristic arid topography. One sec. Yeah, so particular topography it is there. Yes, arid topography. These soils are poor and contain little humus and organic matter, obviously. Saline soils, Usara soils. Saline soils contain large proportion of sodium, potassium, magnesium, and thus they are infertile, obviously, and do not support any vegetative growth. They have more salts, largely because of dry climate and poor drainage. So where are they found in the first place? Saline soil. It's not shown in the map. Huh? Okay. Yeah, so we have not shown where saline soil is found. Maybe I think it's they're saying it's because of dry region. They occur in arid and semi-arid region. Okay, yeah, and in waterlogged and swampy areas. Their structure and ranges from sandy to loamy. They lack in nitrogen and calcium. Okay, saline soils are more widespread in western Gujarat. Oh, deltas of the eastern coast and Sundarban areas of West Bengal. How come? They're saying arid and semi-arid. The run of Kutch and south at monsoon brings salt particles and deposit there at crest. Oh, okay, the westerlies, huh? Maybe the westerlies? I do not know. Have to check that. There's another question also, westerlies and easterlies. There was a question in prelims regarding this. Seawater institutions in the deltas promote occurrence of saline soil in areas of intensive cultivation. The excessive use of irrigation, especially in the areas of green revolution. No, okay, green revolution. Okay, yeah, I forgot what that is. I have to check that. Fertile alluvial soils are becoming saline. Oh, because of the use of pesticides and fertilizers and irrigation. Okay, that's what they're saying. Excessive irrigation with dry climatic conditions promote capillary action, which results in deposition of salt on the top of soil. Such areas, especially in Punjab, Haryana, where they have the genetically modified rice, green revolution stuff, farmers are advised to add gypsum, which is basically giving out radiation in terms of the that brick, which is outcome of again carbon burning in thermal power plants. Environmental issue. What can you do to solve the problem of salinity? Okay, this again poison kind of a thing only. What will you do? Eat poison through rice. Peaty soils, they are found in areas of heavy rainfall and high humidity where there is a good growth of vegetation. Western Ghats. Thus large quantity of dead organic accumulates in these areas gives rich humus, organic content to soil. Organic matter in this soil may even go up to 40 to 50%. Dead animals? No. Dead leaves. Soils are normally heavy, black in color. Many places they are alkaline also. I think there was this vegetation where answer for one of the prelims question was this only, where Western Ghats, which are tropical region, I think, tropical evergreen forests. There was a question in prelims which told that the leaves decompose very fast in these areas. So it occurs widely in northern part of Bihar, southern part of Uttarakhand, coastal areas of West Bengal, Odisha and Tamil Nadu. Okay, Western Ghats do not come into this picture. Yeah, so it's West Bengal, Bihar, Odisha, Tamil Nadu, and Uttarakhand. Yeah, forest soil. Name says forest soils are found in forest areas, obviously. So northeastern areas, then Western Ghats maybe here somewhere. Soil vary in texture depending on mountain environment where they are found. Okay, loamy and silty in valley sides, coarse grained. Upper slopes. Okay, in the snowbound areas of Himalayas, the expertise, the experience denudation. Okay, I don't know what this is. I have to find it out. Let me silence the Nokia phone. Yeah, yeah. And here are okay, and they're acidic with low humus content. Soils found in the lower valleys are fertile. Fertile soil. It's evident from foregoing discussion that soil and their texture, quality, nature are vital for germination and plant growth of the plant. Growth of the plant and vegetation, including crops. Soil are living systems. They are like any other organism. They too develop decay and they get degraded to respond to proper treatment if administered in time. These have serious repercussions in other components on other components of the system which they themselves are important parts of. So we look till now we looked at what soil is. So mainly how soil is important, what kind of organism grow in soil, and what are the how soil is formed. Then what's the composition of soil? We have different uh, factors affecting the formation of soil: relief, parent material, climate, vegetation, other life forms. Then human activities and components, as I mentioned, the minerals, then humus, water, air. Then what's the difference between urban kind of, okay, this is one Mahotsava in the urban regions, this is fine. Then the layers of soil: horizon A, B and C, we have bedrock. Then horizon C, horizon B, horizon A. Horizon A is the main soil which is accessible to the plants, where a lot of minerals, nutrients, water is present, and horizon B is a mixture of this and the parent rock. Horizon C is the parent rock. Bedrock is the main thing which is getting eroded. Then they have classified soils into two different types based on the very old 16th century measurements. That is Urvara and Usar. That's fertile and sterile. And now they have NBSS, that is National Bureau of Soil Survey, and ICAR, Indian Council for Agriculture Research, have classified soil based on the US States Department of Agriculture taxonomy. 7 are there. I don't think the same things have got different names here. Alluvial soil, we find them, yeah, maybe I can go to the map and check that. Then black soil, red and yellow soil we have seen, laterite soil. So alluvial soil is based on a rich aluminium deposit by the plains and river valleys. Yeah. So these soil actually cover 40% of the land total area. Yes. and they're in the peninsular region, and Ganga delta plains are major locations. Khadar and Banga, the two different types of soils. Khadar is mainly the new soil which is by floods, and Bangar is old soil which is not because of floods, and they're loamy and clay. Yeah, and this is not so rich in phosphorus, I think. Somewhere it was mentioned. Hmm. Yeah, maybe I can check that. It's rich in calcium. Yeah, because of the color. Black soil, Deccan Plateau, and the Andhra Pradesh region where Krishna Godavari rivers are flowing. So the black soil is mainly with uh, what does it do? Yeah, I can remember that. So black soil absorbs a lot of water in the rainy season, and during the dry season it self plows itself. Yeah, and it's used for cotton. It's very clay, deep and impermeable, so it does very stores a lot of water. Then we have red and yellow soil, igneous rocks, which have low rainfall and they've started weathering. And there are two different uh, types of it. So if they're hydrated, then they form yellow. If they're not hydrated, they form red. Both have iron in them, and yeah, they're poor in nitrogen, phosphorus, and humus. Then laterite soil, which is a very high rainfall and high temperature. These are results of greater leaching. So there are effects of bacteria also removing the humus. Then they have aluminium ore, bauxite. Then they have iron oxide. They remove silicon and lime because of these rain and temperature. They're found in South India. Then they are eco-friendly. Huh? Okay, let me check that. These are used as bricks. Yeah, sorry. These are used as bricks for the construction of house. So these are eco-friendly houses. Arid soil are desert soils and very less moisture and humus, and they have the layers of calcium, so kanka layers are present. They are found in desert of Rajasthan and Gujarat. Saline soils are usara infertile soils basically, a lot of potassium, magnesium, and sodium. And yeah, they are formed. The salty things come because of the western monsoon, southwest monsoon, and it's in runoff Kutch with the deposition of all the salt. Excessive irrigation also causes such things for alluvial soil, and they try to use gypsum to solve the problem of salinity, but gypsum is again poison. Peaty soils are found in heavy rain areas and high humidity. Okay, and organic material is more, and they are not found in Western Ghats. They are found in West Bengal, Odisha, Tamil Nadu, and Uttarakhand. Then we have forest soil, which are basically formed with a lot of humus, and where is that? Sufficient rainfall, yeah, and very in structure and texture. Yes, basically a lot of fertility, giving the texture of decomposed material. Yeah, so we'll do soil degradation in the next video. Thank you for watching this. See you in the next video.